I think there's maybe only one game that it's sort of in the horror genre that I would ever consider trying. And that would be the Dino Crisis franchise. Like, that would be like the only thing close to the horror genre that I would ever try. But that's only because I don't find dinosaurs scary, so it wouldn't really be any horror aspect to it, for me at least, with Dino Crisis. Like, the only thing that's making me hesitant to try Dino Crisis is because I know it has like the stressful kind of horror. Like they don't have horror in like it's gore or scary, but they have the horror in the sense that they have like fast-paced music and try to like stress you up. And that's like the only thing that make me go like, what, do I want to actually try Dino Crisis? Or is it just a game that would be like, I can watch people play it, but I will never play it myself type of deal? Hey, that's some nice categories that you're into, Octagon, with JRPGs and action adventure games. That is, because that is mostly what I have played so far. Granted, Sonic Adventure 2 is so far the only action slash platformer game that is up on my channel, but there will be more of them in the future. Because I am gonna do like other Sonic games, and I think there are other games out there that are action based that I would want to try. I missed. I thought I made it with that spin dash, but I missed horribly.
Select a stage.
Shadow keeps bumping into those barrels really hard, huh? Well, we know one thing that Shadow would enjoy from like my Dragon Quest uh, playthrough. That's when I smash all the barrels and be like, yes, yeah, destroy those platform or barrels. They've hurt my head so many times. Ruin them, destroy them, and all that. If Shadow would have been an actual person. And no, I don't mean the voice actors. I know they are real people. I mean the actual hedgehog, if he were to be a real person. And up with you, Shadow. Up. Don't shoot. I'm unarmed. Those robots must think that I'm Shadow from Shadow the Hedgehog. They keep shooting me when I say I'm
Here
unarmed.
we go.
It's only Shadow the Hedgehog I'm armed. If I have to think from the top of my head, if I just say like 3 games that I really enjoy, then it would be Digimon Story Time Stranger would be up there. Then Fire Emblem 3 Houses. And the third game would be Persona 5. I'm jumping too soon, aren't I? That must be the mistake I'm making. I'm jumping too soon. I do plan on going through most of the Fire Emblem games on my on my channel. Like that is a goal that I have. Like I know I will not be able to play every single Fire Emblem game because there are a few that are Japan exclusive and whatnot. But I'll try to play as many as possible that I can do. Like either by games that have been gotten fan translations or, you know, just been official releases. Ah, that's a good list that you have, Octagon. The Trail series is actually on my, or actually on my list of games to play, because the first chapter got a remake, or remaster, however you wish to see it, with the second chapter being announced. That I'm planning on at some point, like, play the first chapter close to, like, the release of the second chapter. You know, so I can play like the first two Trails games sort of back to back each other. Since of what I've understood, in terms of story, they are directly linked, the first two chapters. As if chapter one is like it's the first game and it's, or I think it's something like the first game is like one half of the game and the second chapter is the second half of the game. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it's divided with the first Trails to the Sky games. That's it, I think. Yeah, I understand that there are a lot of games out there. Like, even for me, I know that there are a few games that I missed out on that are like favorites. But this, as you said, there are too many games to think of them all. Like, that's why you just have to go like the first three I could think of. Whoop. Wait, can I still make this jump even without that robot? Oh, I can. Cool. I thought that robot was gonna be detrimental. Now, what am I missing to make this jump? Just my timing. Really? I was just off my timing every single time I made that jump? That's disheartening to hear. That I was just off every single time. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing with the Trail stuff. That's why I'm not playing the first remake yet, because I am waiting for the second remake to come out.
Here we go.
Like, that is exactly what I am doing.
Maybe I didn't try hard enough.
And also, I got D rank. Pretty rude game. I got D rank. Oh! Hey!
Select
I didn't know you got a jingle when you cleared all the missions of our character. That's pretty cool. But way to go! I've cleared every single shadow stage. Very nice, got every shadow stage done. So let's see here. Final chase, I got 1 A rank, 1 B rank, 2 C ranks, 1 D rank. Like, I'm just gonna see which shadow stage I performed the best on. Skyrail, 3 C ranks, 2 B ranks. White Jungle, 3 A ranks, 1 B and 1 C. And then Radical Highway, 1 B, 1 A. I got every single rank in Radical Highway. Not in order, but I got every single rank. Which is kind of funny to see, that I got every single one. Yeah, I think I've seen that there are quite a few Trails of games if I just go by the Steam page. So yeah, I'm aware that if I were to vibe with that game franchise, that I would have a lot of games to play, which I don't mind. After all, Fire Emblem is pretty much the same boat, where there's a lot of games. I'm trying to think which stage I want to try to speed run. Because that's sort of what I have left to do, speed run stages. You know, I think I'm gonna do 100 Rings Eternal Engine. I think I'm gonna try to lock in and complete this mission. Just I can try to get the Lost Chow. And I'm gonna try to play this as carefully as possible, this tail stage. In terms of Fire Emblem, I've actually, like, on my own, I have played... Like, on my own, like, before I started my channel, I've played 3 Fire Emblem games. No, 4. 4 Fire Emblem games is what I've played on my own. Because I've played, 3 Houses, Awakening, Engage, and Sacred Stones are the Fire Emblem games I've played so far. Oh, and on the channel I've played Path of Radiance and Blazing Blade. So I've done 2 Fire Emblem games on the channel. It's just not being uploaded yet, my Blazing Blade playthrough to my YouTube, but it will come eventually. That one switch, man. The game developers are so cruel for doing that. They're so mean. Because they did not have to do you dirty like that by doing like, oh, by the way, we're gonna have a freaking black hole be summoned if you shoot the boxes that you have to shoot to be able to reach the switch. Oh, come on. Ah, so you played 3 Houses and Binding Blade. Well, since I have played the prequel, Blazing Blade, that means Binding Blade will happen sometime soon. Or, you know, soon-ish. Whenever that happens. Oh, thank goodness, I managed to somehow push this, break those boxes without triggering those dynamites. Thank goodness for that. No, 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 no. Bad robot. I want to keep my rings. That's the whole point of the stage. Keep my rings. And of course, just because I have already played Three Houses, Awakening, and Sacred Stones on my own, doesn't mean that I'm not gonna play them on the channel. Because I still would very much like to play them on the channel as well. Three Houses, Engage, and Awakening. Like, Three Houses would be because that's my favorite Fire Emblem game so far. And then Awakening and Engage because they are good games. Oh! I actually didn't get hit by that platform? That's so lucky. This is as far as I've gotten ever on this stage, by the way, because I always get hit by this stupid trap. And I don't know how I did it to not get hit by that trap. Ooh, rings and an extra life? Oh no. Whew. I hate the artificial chaos, man. I hate them so much. Especially when you need to keep your rings, then they are like the most annoying enemy you could fight in this game.
Select a stage.
Never mind, I'm not gonna do the 100 rings on the internal engine. That stage is so cruel. It's unnecessarily cruel, Eternal Engine. 100 rings Rouge's car stage?
I'm picking up a signal from the airlock. Fox boy, wait for me!
Okay, let's try to read while I do the racing here what that happened to you in Binding Blade. Let's see, you got close to the end of the third map, and then you got a same turn spawn that got a critical hit on you and gave you a game over. That's very unfortunate to have that happen to you, like right at the end. Like, I think I've had that happen to me either in my Blazing Blade playthrough or in my own time playing Fire Emblem, where I was like, I'm so close to finishing the stage, and then it goes, haha, lol, get crit by a random soldier, by the way.
I must be getting closer.
Like, it's so frustrating when it happens, because, you know, you can't do anything about it. When you just get that random critical hit. Whee! Why is the Rouge stage so scared for the rings? Or am I just missing all the rings? Because the Tails one, I reached 100 rings rather quick without realizing it. But this one actually actively look for the rings. You need 5 more rings. Thank you. Yeah, it really does depend on the mood with that. That was an A rank? I could have sworn I wouldn't get an A rank, but if they say so, give me an A rank.
Select a stage.
Alright.
I'm picking
Right,
up
don't hit
someone.
other cars.
Fox boy, wait for me.
I didn't do Hector hard mode, but I did do Hector's story right after Elliewood's story. And you know, Lynn's story you're forced into doing the first time you play the game, so I have done all 3 of their stories. But I didn't do any of them in hard mode. And it's not because I'm cowardly, it's just that in Fire Emblem, I can do hard mode if I'm like given the option of like the turn wheel or like the divine pulse with 3 houses, because then that way I can still have the challenge of of the hard mode, but then not be like super locked out of the game if I happen to lose a unit that I really like, or something, or I get hit by a random critical hit, stuff like that. So far, I think 3 houses is the only Fire Emblem game I've done in hard mode. Because Awakening is bad, it's just horribly balanced with hard mode, so I've not done hard mode Awakening. And I don't think I've gotten around to try hard mode Engage yet. Also, this is supposed to be don't hit other cars, right? Where are all the cars at? I don't see a single car out there. How is this a don't hit the cars when there's no cars around?
Wait a minute. Be quiet. Just leave it to me.
But I did have a fun thing though with both of my Blazing Blades playthrough, because I did them back to back. Was that in Elliewood's story, I managed to get one of the characters to be super OP, getting like very good growth. And then as soon as I did the Hector route, that same character suddenly got to like horrible stack growths. Which I found pretty funny. To have that one character be like the MVP in one run and the next run be like, nah, permanently benched. Finally, a car that I can try to not bump into. Not that I want to have cars to bump into, just that this is the mission. Don't bump into cars. So, of course, not seeing a car has kind of been like, this has been a breeze so far. Yep, that's the unique thing about random stack growth with Fire Emblem. That one character can be good in one run and then bad in another one. Just because of RNG. I think I'm at the end of the stage, I think. But can I even make it? Okay, I could.
Fox
I
boy.
almost ran out of time though, surprisingly enough. Wait, why is Tail so orange? I'm not the one to see this. He's like bright orange in that little animation there, which does not add up at all. Also, 100th emblem achieved.
Select a stage.
Might just spell dad on both of their racing stages. Pretty fun. Right. The fourth mission is don't touch the walls. Right. I think I should try to speed run some stages then. Like maybe try to speed run Iron Gate.
Intruder alert. Assume
4 minutes on me, okay. Oh god, that would be truly dreadful to have a Path of Radiance playthrough where Ike only gets magic growth and nothing else. Like, if that were to happen to me, then I would just never use Ike. Then he would just avoid all enemy contact if possible. And only rear his face whenever he can talk to a character to recruit them. Ah! You cannot do that shortcut.
Intruder alert. Assume level 1 defense formation.
I really tried to see if I could get that strategy, because I have to speed run the stage.
Level 1 security door breach. Emergency formation. Intercept intruder.
But I have had some unlucky growth in my current Path of Radiance playthrough. Yes, the Path of Radiance playthrough is blind. Yes, it's a blind playthrough. Like, I know some characters thanks to playing Fire Emblem Heroes, but I've never played Path of Radiance myself. No, I have not. So it becomes blind in that sense. Like, I don't know the story, but I know some of the characters. And the same as when I did Blazing Blade on the channel, that was also a blind playthrough. Or, well, Elliewood's story is more blind than the Hector story, let's just say that. Just by nature that you have to do Elliewood's story first and then Hector's. But it still doesn't mean that Hector's wasn't blind, because I still, you know, was blind to Hector's story point of view. I guess wasn't blind to any of the characters at that point. Like, right now on my channel, this is like the only thing that isn't a blind playthrough. Like Sonic Adventure 2. Oh, and I don't think anyone's gonna comment this because it's a Sonic playthrough, but just because I have, say that I play Fire Emblem Heroes, doesn't mean that I, like, oh, I spend money on it. Like, no. Like, I have a free-to-play account on Fire Emblem Heroes. Like, that is what I have. Son of a... Come on. It's like the end of the stage right there. There we go. I think I had like a whole minute left. This is a fast stage. Eee.
Piece of cake.
I was really hoping I was getting an A rank because I did that stage so fast.